Are you gonna lose?
It looks like it. He's got Haaland and Cunha, and Man City has it all to play for.
He doesn't have Cunha.
Oh no, who he has? He has Haaland. Somebody. Who do he have?
He has a defender, goalkeeper. He has a lot of players.
Who's the one up front? He's got two up front, don't he?
No, the striker, the Eastern European striker,
Strand Larsen.
Strand Larsen. Yeah.
I mean, it's looking like there's a very real chance that I don't get second in our main league.
It's going all downhill, bro.
I know.
It'll be fun.
I mean, I needed to win one of my last 3 games, and right now I'm on track to lose 2 of the last 3.
Dude, I might lose second to you in the other league.
No, that'd be really hard.
Bro, I'm losing this week, and I'm not coming back. Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Are you guys pulling Ajax?
Ajax? Yeah, I mean, I kind of feel like I'm doing that right now.
Did you see that end?
I'm sorry, I'm still not talking to you.
What is that about? Why are you not talking to me?
Week.
What did I do? Like, you shut off like from the get-go.
Yeah, no. Let's think about when I shut off, shall we? Should we think about when I shut off? Let me give thanks to everyone in the league, and then you went through everybody, and I was laughing the whole time, and then you got disrespectful. So
how's that disrespectful?
Because he didn't say you. He said everyone in the league except for you.
You know, Enzo, when you win a championship, you're emotional. Sometimes you forget to thank certain people. Do you want a separate thank you? Will it make up for it?
No. Don't. I don't want your pity thankful. Yeah, I just ignore you for the whole week. The pod, I'm gonna be professional this week, and I'm gonna respond to you. But for the rest of the season, I don't have to talk to you.
I mean, we only talk during the podcast, so it's like.
No, that's chat rooms too. All the chat rooms, ignore.
Oh, you're gonna ignore me on that?
I have been ignoring you. I haven't spoken to you once, have I?
Honestly, I did not even notice that.
That's perfect. Keep going. Keep that energy.
Oh no, please. Honestly, that is pretty. Like, come on.
Is it? It's pretty.
Yeah.
What? It's pretty what?
Childish on your part.
Okay, lovely. I love that word for you. I fucking love that word for you.
You know, as someone who has a team playing in a championship, you don't want to put any bad voodoo out there. You want to put positive energy.
Oh, yeah, sure. You're just talking all out your ass right now.
What do you mean? You have a final coming up. Wednesday. Hump day.
How do you feel, Enzo? Are you working?
No,
take that time off?
I took that day off, so I'm going to head back tomorrow night, and then I'm going to watch the game. Going to maybe meet up with my buddy Chris.
That'd be perfect opportunity for me to meet Chris.
No, I've already. Tiko, have you not been listening for the last 2 minutes?
Yeah, I don't think we're invited.
Keith's invited. You're banned from my life.
We don't need to.
Besides the podcast. So for everything else, don't want you.
We don't need to talk about the. We don't need to talk. We could just be in the same bar.
I don't want to be in a bar with you.
So Chris is the problem.
I think, Enzo, I think you're taking it a little far, but I'm kind of here for it because it's funny. But that's my 2 cents.
Appreciate you, Keith. Thanks for your. I respect it. Unlike Tiko, who I do not respect. So.
Wait. All right. So man. You know the worst part about me potentially losing this week is that the Everton game was at 4 a.m. and I'd been like drinking all day on Saturday, and I was just like. I was like, you know what? And then I 1 a.m. when I was going to bed, it was just like, there's no way that if I wake up, I'm going to be sick. Like I'm going to get sick if I wake up tomorrow at this time. So I made an adult decision, and now I'm living with the regret of that because I started Carlos Alcaraz, who didn't play. So.
Dude, you know what killed me today? The fact that when I looked at the lineup, Derek had 2 players, McAllister and Matoma, both. One was on the bench and one wasn't on the bench, right? I'm thinking, this guy didn't even change his lineup. Okay, maybe it is the same Derek. Matoma comes off the bench and fucking scores.
Yep.
What the fuck?
And that was killer. Literally like first touch too.
First touch.
Yep.
Back in net. I was pissed.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
No, I was gonna say before we get into, you guys want to talk like the actual tables, what's going on with the Dutch league and the Serie A, or you guys are not following it?
Did you see Napoli enter? Napoli was on a fucking roller coaster ride in that game. They were first, then they were second, and then a late equalizer against Inter. They're back in first.
They just got to take care of their business in the last game of the season, though. They win, right?
And that's why I feel is the best. It's worse if you're tied and it's goal difference. You're 1 point ahead. All you got to do is win. Yep. You just got to win.
But the team they're playing they're in the battle for relegation. So if that team wins, they might not be relegated. So
they have a lot. Both teams have a lot to play for.
Both teams did.
That seems like that's probably like must watch soccer television. When is that game next weekend? No, it's is it next weekend?
I think so. This coming weekend.
Yeah,
this coming weekend.
I mean, Inter had it, and then they lost those 2 games. But the Dutch League one was crazier. Yeah,
the Dutch League one was just like that was the type of collapse. That's like kind of what I'm doing right now.
So I went to look at like the game log. Some of the times they got scored on at like 97th minute.
Late equalizers.
Yeah, it's
late equalizers. They just had to win 2 games. 2 games in the next 6. They just had to get 2 wins.
Yep,
that's it, and they would have won.
Wasn't Daniel Sturridge or not Daniel Sturridge? What's his name? Who's the old Liverpool captain?
Henderson.
Yeah, Henderson's there, right?
Yeah, Hendo.
He's couldn't quite pull it through. That was weird.
Yeah, that's a little bit weird.
What's he doing? I don't like the sounds I'm hearing from there.
But yeah,
but you know what else is must watch is that the Forest Chelsea game is going to be good. I think too. For that same reason, they're both fighting for it. You all right, Tiko?
Yeah, I was wearing a t-shirt underneath, and I could see the white line and stuff like that. Like I have like the OCD kicks in, it annoyed me. So sorry, didn't mean to be distracting. I was still hearing you guys talk about I was not jerking off.
No, we're aware. We'd really hope you were.
No judgment.
Unless I forget to thank people, then maybe.
But I'm excited. I'm definitely gonna try and watch that Napoli game. I think that'll be really
I
fun.
think so too. There's actually some good games, man, coming up. So you got the Conference League final, Europa final. Barcelona already won La Liga, so they've won.
It's weird though. The Conference League final isn't for another week.
Yeah, isn't the Champions League final not for another 2 weeks?
But like that makes sense to me. I feel like they should do the Conference League on like the Champions League final is always on what, a Sunday or a Saturday?
Saturday.
So they should do like the Conference League on like the Thursday, the Europa League on the Friday, and the Conference on the Saturday, and just make them all like back to back to back.
That'd be
Imagine
cool.
if you have like a day of like one really good football game for 3 days in a row after the season's over. Like, why are we playing a final with the last week of the season? Like,
why are we playing a final right now on a Wednesday?
Yeah, it's the whole thing is
doesn't
just
make no sense.
Well, at least I think the Conference League is after all the leagues are finished, whereas the Nations League is going to be before the leagues are done. I'm sorry, the Europa will be before the leagues are done.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, so at least that makes sense. I know what you're saying there, but the Europa like is bigger. Like, why is that not?
It also should not be a weekday game. It should be a
weekend.
It should be a weekend.
Make it a Saturday.
I know a little bit off topic since we're talking about tournaments. Have you guys paid for any bundles for your World Cup tickets?
No, I haven't.
So I talked to the guy that told me about the $500 one.
Yeah.
Did I tell you guys about that or no?
No.
So this package is like the hospitality one. So it's a little bit more on the pricier side, but you have that for like hotels and stuff like that. So he said, hold on to this because they're also going to release just like tickets itself.
That's what I wanted.
Yeah. So he says what he usually does is he keeps that as a backup in case he doesn't win any tickets. Then you could go back to it and try to buy tickets through them. Otherwise, he says getting like the just game day tickets, like let's say SoFi group, like 1 game, 2 game. Those are like the ones you want to go after.
There's only 3 games in the
SoFi,
what
about what package did we already pay for? Where we spent the
they're deposits.
That's a deposit. Thomas actually requested for his back because he spoke to the representative and the guy was being like super pushy. So he's like, I just want a refund.
Really?
So,
whoa.
He's like the guy was being like super aggressive and pushy. He's like, I didn't want to deal with him.
Pushy towards what?
Like hey, buy the packages now. Like, buy it now.
I'm not gonna lie to you. That guy that kept reaching out to me, he reached out to me and called me, and emailed me several times. I just kept ignoring him because I was like, dude, I don't know who you are. I just want like a couple games. That's it.
Same thing happened to me. So I'm assuming it's like commission based too. That's why they're like so aggressive. But if we have that, I think this is good to have in case like we don't get tickets later on. You can still come back to this but you could always like request the $500 back.
Nice.
Dude, they did more than 500. How much did you do, Tiko? You did a little bit more than me.
I did 4 because I didn't know you could. I have to call and request 3 of them back.
Why?
Yeah, because with 1 you could get multiple tickets.
Yeah, I did 2, so I got $1,000 in deposit. Yeah. But then you just pay the difference wherever you have left over, right?
Pretty much.
So it's basically the same thing. So I'm
exactly
just keep.
I also like the idea of like, hey, I know if I need something, I can just get $2,000 back like this.
That's what exactly I was thinking. I was like, or you could just buy 1 ticket and then fucking resell it and get your money back. Because the way I'm hearing 358 is the cheapest ticket.
Jesus.
That's what I'm hearing.
Like face
Even-
value or resale?
Face value.
Wait, that's crazy.
That's what I heard. I heard they're more expensive than the ones that were in Qatar.
America's
Well, yeah,
broken.
it's the States, and yeah.
I know it's
But
ridiculous.
it just feels like I feel like that would never be the case anywhere else.
no.
Like my tickets were like basically free when I was in Russia in 2018. You know,
Mm-hmm.
they're like nothing.
Yeah, like dude, the StubHubs are gonna make so much money off
Dude, they're
these.
gonna make so much money.
Yeah, it's depressing. Well, at least we have like some sort of in, and at least we're not gonna have to pay secondary market.
Well, the way
Are
I
you
think
guys-
about it, I'm gonna buy multiple tickets and just pay the difference.
Yeah.
Like, I'll be debt free by that point, and then I'll put myself in a lot more debt.
Are you guys gonna try to go to any FIFA Club World Cup games or?
I don't think
I was
so.
looking at the Chelsea's playing in New York, so I was looking at that, but it's like in a month, and it just feels like it's a lot to try and go fly across the country.
And
and then the
the local
hotels are gonna
games-
go up too, man.
The local games suck.
What
Like
do you
I
mean?
think
do
there's
they?
just PSG Atletico. That's like the best one.
That's cool though.
Yeah,
That's cool though.
I'd
Where's
be
it? Where's
interested
it?
in
In the SoFi?
SoFi. Yeah,
I like SoFi Stadium. It's nice. I don't think there's one bad
I
seat
mean,
in the house.
I'd like to. I'd go see PSG Atletico.
I'd go
I'd be
see that
interested in
too.
that.
I think PSG should bring their full team.
Yeah, I think
But
both
this is the
of them
thing.
will.
This is my question too. Do you think they're gonna bring full? They're not gonna bring
Yeah.
full fucking
I,
team.
I think they will. I think there's enough prize money that they'll bring the full team. It's like
Really?
50 mil to first.
Dude, we're killing these players, bro.
Yeah, we're killing it. It's horrible. It's horrible, but I'm also like, I'm here for it. I mean, if they're gonna,
You're such a capitalist.
I think it's horrible. I do. At the end of the day, I think it's horrible. But I also think that this could be a really cool tournament if it was spaced out a little better and like done with a little more compassion.
You know
'Cause
why?
The idea of it's cool.
You know why they're doing this is because they said no to doing the World Cup every 2 years. This was their plan B.
Well, it's because FIFA is actually pretty broke or poor compared to UEFA. FIFA gets way less money than UEFA does. So this is FIFA's attempt to try and get a bigger piece of the pie.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
And they did it in
And-
America too. Like,
Yeah.
what the fuck?
And
Yeah.
you collect Pokemon cards?
A little bit, yeah. I just started again. I used to collect them when I was a kid.
Oh, I mean, is there any way is there something I could offer you as a peace offering that would? Can I
Oh.
show it to you?
No, you could buy me an Audi A4 or wherever it is, wherever you want it. I'm not fucking forgiving you. I'm
How
fucking
about an
done with you.
A5?
Nope.
A6,
Nope.
A7.
Nope. You can buy me
Okay. Okay.
buy me a Q5. I don't give
Tiko,
a shit.
show us what you're gonna show us, and let's get the episode
Uh-oh.
started. Where we've just been gossiping for 12 minutes now.
I fucking loved it though. This is what I live for.
And
So I bought this because I was told it might have a high resale value, and I had never opened it or done anything to it. It's one of these things.
Huh.
So
train on.
it's like a Pokemon fucking game, or like his Pikachu in there, and there's a bunch of cards in there.
Okay, that's nice.
I don't know if I should open it or not.
No, I'm
Probably
not.
not. You should probably just
Probably
sell it packaged.
Even like the resale isn't that high.
It is it.
Yeah, it's like pretty much what I paid for it.
Mhm.
If I get like maybe, I don't know, what's a good Pokemon, like a Mewtwo? One
No,
of those.
that used
Man,
to
you are old
ancient.
school.
The ancient Mew.
The on Game Boy, that was like an all-time
Mhm.
great game.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah. Oh yeah. It's
Yeah.
iconic. Ultimate. Yeah, it was literally the most iconic game of all time.
I had those. You know, I bought one of those little fake Game Boys that has like
Oh, nice.
5,000 games on it. It's fucking fun.
In college, we got it, but we got it with an emulator so that everything was sped up like 10x. So
Oh,
you
really?
you could literally play the game in like a few hours because everything was
shit.
so fast. Because like so much of that you don't realize how much time is spent just like walking
Traveling,
places.
yeah.
But if you just like if you're good, it's like you just like you go from one spot to the other so
Okay,
quick. It's great.
What are your 3 all-time favorite retro games? Going from like Sega, Nintendo, Super Nintendo. I think that's as far as you go for retro. Because I think we're all
Nintendo.
old enough that we played Nintendo, aren't we?
Yeah, I played Nintendo. I mean, Pokemon was definitely that counts, right? Game Boy.
That's Game Boy. Yeah.
Yeah,
that's Game Boy.
Pokemon was like the best game ever, without
Okay.
a doubt. So that's what we're talking about. I
Mortal
never had a
Kombat 2.
Sega. I just had a Nintendo.
Dude, Sega, Golden Axe. You remember Golden Axe and Streets of Rage?
How about did you guys ever play Duck Hunter?
Oh, Duck Hunt.
Classic.
You said Duck Hunter? Did you have the gun too?
Oh, I had the gun.
Did you
So,
cheat?
I had
Did you
the gun.
cheat and put it right there?
And the scratched up little television screen to show for it, because the gun
So
thing's right on there.
So I moved to America when I was 9 years old. My uncle took us at the shooting range when we were kids. So this was somewhere between like 6 and 9. Very responsible. Gave us the gun, said just point and shoot there, and he walked away. Again, very irresponsible. At that point, my only experience of shooting a gun was Nintendo. So I take the gun, just like in the game, poof, boom, full on my ass, bleeding and everything. Yeah.
Funny.
Again, I'm somewhere from like 6 to 9 years old with the gun, and
that is crazy.
Yeah.
Legend of Zelda on Super Nintendo.
Never played it.
Amazing. Played it a million times. And then Yoshi, the Super Mario World.
Oh yeah.
When Yoshi first came out.
Mario's good.
That was good.
All right, should we get into the real stuff?
Shall we talk about football now, I guess?
Yeah.
I guess.
Hello, welcome to episode 89 of Draft Offsides. My name is Keith. I'm with Tiko and Enzo. Follow us on the socials at Draft Offsides, and we'll see you next week for our wrap-up episode, because it'll be the end of the season, and we will start having to think about next year and how we're going to take Tiko down.
You know what I'd like to hear? If you guys got any recommendations of what you'd like to hear, whether it be drafts, whether it be waivers, whether it be ghost point picks, that'd be interesting. If
you want to pick your most disappointed of the year, if you bring that team, and then me and Enzo could we could talk about it.
Yeah, you took away your studs and duds and everything. You might as well do something.
Maybe that's why I won the league because I had more time on my hands.
Shit, my
motherfucker.
Why are you? Listen, what you were doing was way more fucked up than what I did.
What do you mean? What did I do?
Telling people to start that lineup when you had no wasn't affecting you.
All's fair in love and war, man.
All right, then
But look, respectfully, I still told you. Respectfully, I did it in your face. I never fucking did it completely behind your back.
I didn't feel any respect.
And I admitted to what I did.
Still.
Oh, still.
Wait, what did she do to bother you? I'm so confused. I thought he was just rubbing in your face, right?
He didn't mention me when he thanked.
Oh.
He was upset before that.
No, if you watched the episode when you came in, I laughed. I said, "Oh, this guy," and then you went to the thank part, and that's when I got pissed off.
I did enjoy the conversation where you guys were talking before I joined the podcast.
Well, I don't remember now.
No, because we were like, "What's he gonna do? He's got something planned. Yeah. We know it." Blah 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 blah.
And then where he says, "Oh, why are you doing?" Keith says, "Why are you doing this to us? I hate you so much." Cracks me up every time. Beat me to it. See, you could never stay mad at me. Hey, but seriously, can we
squash it? Let's squash it right now. What do you need?
I was going to say, watch the game together.
Guys, how long you guys know me for?
He's a petty fuck.
Thank you.
It's coming up on
Tiko.
Close to what? Is it almost 10 years? No, that's not too much, right? We met in like 2018
or 2017?
Might be.
16 or 17.
2016.
16 or 17,
I started playing soccer again in like 2016.
Yeah.
But I didn't start playing with you guys.
You went with us. Yeah, you went with us until I think the next year.
Yeah.
Because in
for us it was 16.
2016, it was still Peter, the nurse guy, John.
Peter's uncle. So
you mean the doctor?
He was a nurse.
No, he was a doctor.
No, Adam?
No, not Adam.
The Spanish kid.
Oh,
that would never pass.
That would never pass.
What about what was the guy? What was the guy that was? He was actually a doctor. His name was like Donovan or Dorian or no.
George.
No. He was like Dominic or something, and he was like pretty quiet, but then he would like absolutely rage on someone on the field for like 10 seconds.
I'm not gonna lie, I miss some of the characters we played with.
Damien. Weird league. Damien.
Yeah, dude, he had such a nice goal though.
He would have like a little freak out. Like,
yes.
Every other game, he'd have a little mini freak out on someone on our team. It was like,
he was good though.
Why are you yelling?
Yeah.
You know what? I feel like we yelled at each other just as much as we yelled at the ref.
We did
my favorite was when Kevin and Derek used to go fucking at it. I used to just sit there like, okay, it's half time, guys. Let's just okay, let it out.
I think the funniest thing about that was that we yelled at each other so much when someone new would come on the team, they'd leave, and we'd be like, oh, I wonder why they left. Oh, that's weird.
The other day I was at Pasadena for work. It was like around 12:30. I was like, oh, let me see if Davide shop's close by. Let me go say hi to him. I pulled it up on Google Maps, went there. It was closed, even though it said it's supposed to be open.
I saw him. Because it's Davide. He's like, oh, I had to go get a coffee and I had to do this. And...
I went to a shop. It's a really nice shop. It's really
Hey,
nice
look,
shop.
there was a couple of bicycles, motorbikes from the outside.
Yeah.
I haven't been to the new one. I went to the old one. I need to go
I
check
went
out
to the new one. It's nice. He made me a cup of coffee. We had a good conversation.
Yeah, he's
David
a
is it's the same guy.
He's such
Yeah,
a friendly,
same guy.
welcoming guy.
I'm sorry, he's still done some of the sickest shit I've ever seen. When he flicked it over that one short kid's head like 3 times, bro. It's just
How about the goal? Was that in the final or semi to get us to the final? where he scored
final. It was the same. I scored in that game too. Thanks, Keith.
I don't
From the-
remember your goal.
His penalty kick, though.
Halfway line.
I remember your goal. I'm
His
joking.
penalty kick.
Oh, the Panenka. It takes. You got to have cojones. You got to have
No,
some
he said
balls.
you need character,
Character. Because,
personality. Yeah,
but he had his hands down here.
yeah. Honestly, now thinking back, it probably would have been much funnier if the goalkeeper didn't jump and just stay.
I think the issue with the Panenka in like a men's league like that is half the time the keeper just doesn't move.
Yeah.
Because they're just like
No,
too like.
but this keeper was jumping for everyone because,
Yeah,
for everyone, he was going.
Yeah.
And seriously, let's watch the game together. At least like the first half.
No,
Why?
I don't want to watch the game with you.
I can't. I would have been able to if we would have made it more of a plan, but I can't now, unfortunately.
That's all good.
What? I cheered for England when they were playing Spain.
No, I understand that.
Yeah.
I understand that. I'm gonna talk to Chris because I think I might go to his house. It's actually closer to you guys. He lives in Highland Park.
Perfect. I'll come right over.
You're not invited.
Chris and I go back. We
No,
had
we
conversations over trades. Never made a trade, but we had conversations about it.
Yeah, you fucking.
What's the best? Where do you find? Where's the best spot for transfer rumors that isn't Twitter? Because I feel like I can't even trust Twitter anymore.
For rumors?
Yeah, just like what are the,
I always go to Sky Sports.
Sky Sports, right?
Yeah, Sky Sports is where
Do
I
they-
go for
is
rumors.
it too early for them to have like the running thing? Like
Yeah,
you know,
it's too early. The transfer center.
the
it's too early.
transfer center. Yeah.
Yeah, they call it
We love
transfer,
the transfer
center.
center.
Yeah,
That's the best.
It's
That's all I
off
want.
season.
I used to love that shit on when you play FIFA. And the last day of the transfer window, and it's doing every hour on the hour.
Oh,
you're
it
trying
breaks
to
it
get that.
down.
Uh-huh.
You know what's so funny is it's like being in high school and because like I was super into like the EPL and stuff in high school, but like no one else was. And I was literally like I was like using VPNs that are like super you get in a lot of trouble if you're using a VPN in high school. And I like wasn't doing it to anything but like look at Sky Sports transfer stuff on transfer deadline day.
Yeah.
So it was like it was like noon for whatever the time was, and I'm like it's like at 8 a.m. for me being like, oh, it's almost midnight. Better check to see.
I'm not gonna lie, Matt. I miss it back home in England. You just buy the paper every day, and every day is a fucking different rumor.
That's funny.
Back page, go back to it.
Wait, so
Whoa.
3 hours ago, there's a huge.
I had a different back page.
There's a huge write-up about Grealish's. Do you want me to read this whole thing? It's kind of long.
Yeah.
Can you abbreviate it? Can you brief it?
No, I can just read the whole thing.
Okay,
Shoot the headline.
Decision on Grealish's future to come end of season, says Pat. That's pretty much it. He's fallen down the pecking. He's fallen down the pecking order. He's made just 7 Premier League starts this term and was not summoned from the bench during the FA Cup, which I talked about. Field speculation he's going to move this summer, but Guardiola insists it has not yet been determined, and it will take place at the end of the season. And then there's a bunch of quotes from him, just kind of bullshit. Guardiola accepts Grealish, who has 2 years remaining on his contract, will not be happy about his lack of action. He says, it's not only Jack, there are a lot of players in my locker room, and I think a lot of the locker rooms around the world that is happy when they do not play. Like, whatever. Yeah, okay, stupid. Pretty much everything we
I
said.
feel like there's going to be a lot of rumors, and I hope it's not like last summer where there wasn't really that many moves. I think we need some fresh blood in the Premiership.
Well, I think the biggest thing would be that striker from Lisbon.
Gyökeres?
Yeah. And I actually just pulled.
Well,
he used to be in the.
too. Osimhen doesn't want to play for
Yeah.
Galatasaray no more.
Yeah, he's not going to be there next year.
He played it for the championship and he scored 21 goals. That's
Gyökeres? Yeah,
Yeah.
for Coventry, yeah.
yeah.
What
17,
about
20.
what about Florian Wirtz? Like, so Liverpool's interested, but like I guess City pulled out of the deal. 'cause
City
it's gonna be
pulled
too
out.
Expensive.
Yeah, City
so
pulled
that-
out already.
It'd be interesting to see if that's a player Alonso names that he wants.
Florian Wirtz.
You
You think he would?
I was going to say, you
But
think he
where,
would?
like, where the hell does he fit into the team? Even if you get rid of Rodrigo, where does he fit into the team?
So, if I think Valverde could play in a more defensive role,
Well, like he's been doing all season, basically.
he's been. Yeah, I mean, he played right back. He plays wherever we tell. He's told to play. He's one of those type of players. And if you bring Wirtz, because since Cruz left, we haven't really replaced him, and Wirtz isn't replacing him, but he could be someone who's attacking, playmaking, and then I mean, Jude's amazing. He could just play, box to box.
He can play anywhere on that midfield. Perfectly honest.
Because I don't honestly, I'm done with Tchouaméni and Camavinga.
Really?
Camavinga's too injury prone. When he's healthy, he's really good, but he's too injury. And Tchouaméni, I don't know.
I like both those players.
Do you think the Madristas or whatever, Madristas, you think they're gonna push them out?
I know for Tchouaméni, it's a love-hate relationship because he's had a few games where he was just gone, but also they're like very young and they paid a lot of money for him, so it'd be hard to sell him now. But I know a lot of them also want they want Arda Güler to get more playing time.
They want Güler to get more playing time.
Yeah. Which the last game he started, he didn't do anything. But the guy is. There's actually a funny meme going around. I don't know if you guys seen him. He'll walk up to every single player he's playing with and give him like advice and get mad at them. He's only 19 and he'll say this to like Vinny and Mbappe, Jude, and like, you're 19 years old, you're just here. And they made pictures of like, oh, if Arda played with Maradona, he would give him advice on what to do, stuff like that. Oh
my God.
I'm excited for Frimpong coming into the league. I'm excited to see what that looks like.
I know Pep likes Rodrigo. Speaking of him, he tried to get him once before. So
he did.
I'm reading if it's a similar offer, they'll sell him this time.
God, they've got so many wingers, so they got to get rid of Grealish. They have to. They got to get rid of Grealish. They don't need him, especially with Foden in the fold. Still, I think Foden has a better season next season than he did this. Because if he doesn't, I think he fucking drops from the limelight.
But where would Foden play next year? Like for City? No, for City.
He'd have to play in the 10.
That's essentially replace KDB, right?
Yeah, no KDB. Bernardo's getting older. He's to play in the 10.
Bernardo's gone next year.
That's why I thought Wirtz was a good idea. But I think you mentioned it briefly, Enzo, but like Morgan Gibbs White to me, I'm not sure. I'm not 100% sure on that for City. I feel like you're going to kind of suffocate that guy. But maybe Pep will make him good. Who knows?
You mean make him systematic?
Yeah.
Program him. Yeah, but there's Marmouche, Savio, Doku.
That's
but
true.
They need a mid. They need like attacking mids. They need like guys that play from the center.
Yeah, like where's Marmouche gonna play? He's not gonna bench Haaland.
Off the wing, he's. I don't know.
Imagine
that'd be crazy.
That'd be a Pep Guardiola move. God damn,
dude. Haaland is ranked 10th overall, and the other day I was thinking,
how many games has he missed?
So he's played 29 games. Started 21.
Okay. Oh, okay.
No, I'm sorry. No. 29 out of 29 he's played. Started.
He's
29. Yeah. So that's 8 games. Which,
so he's missed 9 games. Well, he would have missed 8 games. 8 games.
But I was thinking, remember how he got off to like an amazing start, like a couple of hat tricks. If you take out his first like 5 games. He'd probably be like, his points per game would be very low. Right now he's at 14.2, so he would be somewhere around like probably like 11, 10.
Well, you want to know his points per start or where he ranks?
Yes.
9th.
God damn.
It's not that, again, it's not great, but it's not horrible. But like for thinking that,
no, it's not. But I'm just saying, after those first 5 games, he fell off significantly. That's 6. He scored 10 goals in the first 5 games. And he finished the rest of the game in the other 24. He scored 11.
You know who's going to be interesting to me is Minta for Brighton, because I feel like he has pretty high point per start. Like he's pretty good, but I think at the end of the day, like I feel like he's young. But like Brighton, the way like I feels like he's gonna have to go too early. Like I feel like someone's gonna want to take the risk on him.
Like what round?
Like 3rd or 4th round, which I think is a little too early. 4th round might be too early for me.
Yeah, I think so.
You guys taking Mo Salah if you have first overall next year?
No, I don't think so.
Saka?
I think you go Saka.
Saka or Haaland. I'm sorry.
Even what I just said about Haaland, I don't know. Like, and then I think the Bruno Fernandes thing, like if he's playing in the 6 as opposed to playing in one of those 2 10s in that system, like I don't love that either. No. I think Saka is the only one that has that consistency and is still young. But I think Salah might be 2.
You think so?
Maybe.
I think he's top 3 for sure.
I think
top 3 for sure.
Maybe not. Maybe not with Salah too. I think AFCON also plays a factor.
If
that's 3 weeks.
I think Cunha's going to be. I think Cunha's going to be the player that's going to be. Someone's going to reach out them.
You think first round?
I think he's going to go first round.
I think he's going to go first round too.
Yeah.
It's going to be the giraffe is going to be kind of a clusterfuck. this
Don't worry,
next
I'm
year. I think
gonna-
it's going to be one of the messiest drafts we've done.
Wow,
There's a-
really? Because you think is it because I'm going to go the Oakland effect?
No, just look at the top. Look at the top
But
10.
you're
And
going to go Moneyball?
Moneyball?
how many new names are in the top 10? Salas first, and Buemo, Isak. I don't think he was there last year.
But like
Cunha,
in Buemo,
Munoz.
question marks about that, right?
Of course.
Yeah,
Munoz, kind of question marks on that.
like, totally.
Mm-hmm.
Cunha,
Anthony
question marks,
Robinson.
but new team, question
Yeah.
marks. De
Fuck
Bruyne is
that. Go
gone.
Anthony Robinson.
So
Diallo,
Anthony
question marks there. Like
He will be
like
13. You know.
Diaz, Doku, Madison, like all those guys
Madison
are
doesn't-
not dependable,
no.
you know.
Well,
So-
all depends on who the manager is for Tottenham
And like
too.
like Son's no longer a first round pick.
No. Again, we said this before. A manager can change everything, and it's also how they perform in preseason. Like, look what we did with Nkunku preseason. Like, looked
You know-
great.
Yeah,
We
true. No, I know what you're saying. You know what? I don't know if you're trying to kind of say fuck you to me, but you kind of did. But it's cool. I'm here for it.
no, Keith. Just stop talking to him because that's how we deal with stuff now.
You know who I'm like? If I'm at the very end of the draft and it's like there's all these really hard decisions, you know who I'm gonna pick?
Who?
Jared Bowen.
Oh,
It's
that's
like
not
Mr.
bad.
Mr. Consistent. Like you're not gonna. It's just he's just not gonna lose you
So,
your first round
question: would you prefer first pick or 10th pick?
without a doubt. First,
Okay.
without a doubt.
I think it's a hard one for me because you got to remember your first two picks are back to back, so you've got the choice of getting two actually.
I mean, I
pretty
guess
good
you're kind of
players.
right because if you're telling me that you could get like
Bowen,
and
And
then
then-
like
what,
Muniz or
Aaron Gordon,
Anthony
Uh,
Gordon.
Anthony Gordon.
Yeah.
Sorry.
I would do I prefer 7th or 8th, and this isn't just like EPL. In any draft.
I think the question was 1 or 10.
I don't know. I'm just
Yeah,
like
but
8, 9 because you kind of get the back to back, but you're not like towards that.
I think there's the issue with this year, like with the last few years, is there's kind of been a drop off after like 6th
yeah,
pick.
big
right?
drop off. Big drop off.
Keith, you were saying you said Bowen is pretty consistent. We thought that about Gordon. That's why he kind of snuck up into first round territory.
Anthony Gordon.
Yeah.
Where did he go in drafts?
I think he was in the first round
He
or
was
like
not.
No, he wasn't the first round.
Look at that. Other
He wasn't first round.
draft results. As a
2-4,
Isak,
yeah.
2-4, yeah. But I mean, where's he going to finish? He's not going to finish well because he got injured, then he hasn't really come back. Like
Yeah.
But if you were to look at that, if you were to look at his ranking before his injury, he'd probably be in the top 20-ish. So like he was probably pretty on point for where he went before the injury.
But
Yeah.
see, I also feel like Isak took a lot of his shine this year.
A little bit.
Dude, a lot of defenders got picked up in our draft. A lot of defenders.
My first defender was drafted in the 7th round.
You know what's interesting is like Everett Eze probably goes close to the first round, right? Back of the first.
Yeah,
Early
he
second.
went this year. He went 2-1. So yeah,
And I think even though it's not like
I wouldn't draft him.
you wouldn't. You just don't. Just for the team situation.
Also, he seems like to miss a lot of games. He missed a lot last year too.
When he started 29. Started 29 games this year. You don't love that, I guess. 29, 39. Just missed almost. Yeah, that's almost a quarter of the season he missed. Not quite.
For a first rounder, 10 matchups. Look at how tight our league was. So
Yeah. I get
but
it.
yeah, see, I went 7, 8 back-to-back defenders.
Yeah.
Oh, after you left last week, we took a deep dive on our drafts too.
Oh yeah,
Oh, yeah.
you
Yeah.
missed some of that.
That's
That didn't make
cool.
it into the episode, huh?
I thought I was gonna make it for sure, but we were just laughing at the people we picked.
Oh yeah, we were just.
I picked Oscar Bob.
I know.
With
I can't
two
believe,
Bs.
I can't believe you fucking. That's why you picked him
Oh wait,
up.
but that actually,
You know-
that wasn't
you know-
that
yeah.
wasn't a bad pick though. I think that was a good pick. He just got
Yeah.
injured.
You know who went right after him?
Who?
Iwobi.
That was a great pick. That was my best pick of the draft.
I drafted Igor Thiago, who didn't play, who was injured.
Dude, I drafted a lot of bad players.
Yeah, I did too.
Like JWP in the fucking 4th round. Come on, that
I
guy.
mean, my third and my fourth were disasters. Nkunku to Bailey.
Should we?
Dude, 2 West Ham players within the first 4 rounds. Fucking horrible.
Yeah,
I got 3 Liverpool players in the first 5.
that worked
Smart.
out though.
Yeah.
Worked out for Keith.
Yeah, because my 5, 6, 7, 8 were all fucking all time. McNeil, Robinson, or Mbuemo, McNeil, Robinson, Semenyo.
If only you didn't fuck up your 3 and 4.
If only I didn't fuck up my 3 and 4.
Hey, I thought Liam Bailey was a good pick, man.
I think we all did. I honestly did that despite you two. That was the worst part. I should have. I mean, where was I really gonna go though? I didn't really love anyone in that zone.
Luis Diaz. Oh no, he
Jeremy
was already
Doku. I could've
drafted.
went-
It's
I could have went
funny,
Jeremy Doku.
Because you'd look at
Matoma.
hindsight, guys.
Benjamin
Hindsight's an amazing fucking thing.
I know,
No,
right?
but even when he drafted it, he knew he wasn't gonna get shit. And right after was Bruno Guimaraes. The
for Nkunku.
But the funny thing about Leon Bailey is you got upset and then you just drafted with JWP. And that was like karma for you making Keith draft Leon Bailey because he also shat the bet.
Well, I picked up Leon Bailey in the other league if it makes you feel better.
Well, he hasn't done anything. I think he's leaving.
He has to.
Who's
He was
leaving?
so good last season.
Yeah.
I know that's like, but like, how are you going to predict that someone who had such a good season, looked so explosive and visually looked so good on the ball, is just
Should
going
we
to stop doing that? Like, it's
Yep.
so hard to know.
should we next year whoever was great the year before and like for no reason just drops off? Should we name it the Leon Bailey Award?
The Leon Bailey Award, yeah, truly. But I mean, it could also be the Martin Odegaard Award. It could be Leon Bailey was far and away. the
No,
worst.
yeah, like
That was the
you
Phil
dropped
Foden.
him. Yeah.
Where do you? Okay, those two guys are the biggest names for me. The Foden, Odegaard, where they go in drafts next year. Like the name value is so high, but they haven't had great years. You're saying that Odegaard's fine, so Odegaard probably goes second round, huh?
And so is Foden.
I think Odegaard probably end of second round would be a good pick.
Because if you look at the second
I think you'd
round,
be happy with the end of the second round.
Isak,
Foden.
Bowen, they all go in the first round.
If you were so if you were the 1-1 and you got Saka, and then you came back to you in the 2-10, and Odegaard was there,
You pick up Odegaard.
you pick up Odegaard, yeah. Probably.
You definitely don't pick up Solanke in the third.
I wonder what will happen with James Madison if
Well, he's injured for the rest of the season. Again, like I said,
New coach could make a huge difference for him.
it's going to impact him the most. Is it going to be a coach that's going to have a different kind of football where instead of having players that just hug the wing and don't make runs, is he going to remember this Leicester team that he played in? They were making runs around the back all day, so all he had to do was slot in balls.
bro, it's even when you look at he only played 31 games, started 21,
And he
9
still
goals, 7
scored
assists,
so much.
10.3, but he only played 57.7 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
That's
He's good.
The lowest in his career. He's
But
really good.
But we just literally he ruined him. In my opinion.
And shit.
And
I think
ruined him.
California gets drafted higher next year.
Just how like Mourinho ruined fucking Delhi, you know what I mean? Like he ruined him. Coaches can ruin
Mourinho, but
players.
also like brought him along too.
No, he didn't. He ruined him. You don't
he?
train hard,
Mm.
and then that's it. Didn't really start him.
He was right.
Well, I don't get. Look, all right. Zico, who played for was it Zico who played for Brazil? He smoked 40 packs, 40 cigarettes a day. Didn't train.
Different times.
Ronaldinho was out all
I'm
night and
just
go to
saying,
practice.
though.
Yeah, it
Like,
was
there's
different
players that don't freaking train.
And you think Dele Alli was one of them? Like, look at the players you're comparing.
No,
Zico,
no. I'm not comparing capability. I'm saying
Yeah.
what they did for their teams on the pitch.
I'm sure you heard the story Kaká was saying about Ronaldo, R9, when they were in Milan together.
What was it?
They were talking about, I don't know who they were playing, and then he says Ronaldo was talking outside of the Ancelotti's office, and then Ancelotti comes out and says, "Hey, we're playing this team. Are you ready? Do you know who you're defending? Who the defenders are?" He said, "I don't know who the defenders are, but they know who I am." So no scouting, nothing. So there are people like that, but
But that's not like I don't think there's players like that anymore. I think that the gap between the best player on the field and the worst player on the field is a lot lower now than it was 20 years ago.
Yep.
I think back in the day, the worst player on the field and then like the Ronaldo, like that gap was so big.
No, I hear you.
That's a great fucking point.
If you could say right now, if there was a player today that you could see actually not doing that, who would it be? We'll narrow it down to the Premiership. Who in the Premiership you think doesn't train?
I think maybe
Grealish.
Premiership. Yeah, but
Grealish
then it
obvious.
shows when they
But
hit
then
like
it shows.
27, 28, they start to drop
Well,
off.
doesn't
really quick.
change.
Also
It still
shows
plays
in the
well.
50th minute.
I mean, I could see like Vinicius kind of having that type of vibe. I know he's not Premier League.
Yeah, but yeah, he can just show
I
up.
mean, he trains hard.
You think he trains hard? I mean, you have to train hard to be at that level. In this day and age, I think the margins are so thin. You
I'm
can't.
going to tell you right now, I don't think Messi trains hard or has really ever trained hard since he was like 23.
Yeah, because he's on steroids. Doesn't need to train hard.
He is
no one
not-
talks about that. He is on steroids.
He's on
No one
steroids.
talks about
He's
that.
Is he on
juiced out of his
steroids?
mind.
Is he?
Or he was when he was younger.
He took HGH, human
was
growth
younger.
hormone,
Because he was so little.
because he was so short.
Is that his? That's not his fault. And fucking.
It is his fault.
That's not his fault.
They literally created like a superhuman.
Messi is the best player, one of the
But
best players
steroids.
ever played.
But he's also on performance enhancing
I'm
drugs.
sorry. Did we say anything about Barry Bonds? Barry Bonds is still one
Yeah,
of the
we did
greatest.
say
Fucking...
something about
He's
Barry
not in
Bonds.
the Hall of Fame
We
because he
said
took steroids.
we said something about Lance Armstrong. They took away his total
Hey, that wasn't
offenses.
fair, man. Lance Armstrong had cancer. It's not fucking fair. They took away Phelps' fucking medals too. Wankers.
No, they didn't.
Yeah.
I don't think they did.
Check it up.
You're just saying stuff and
No,
saying
no,
check
no,
it up
for
in the
real.
hopes that I don't look it up and you're right.
They took away Phelps' medals.
Wait, why? No, Michael Phelps medals have not been taken away. Although reports suggesting
yeah.
a potential risk, it
Idiot.
never happened.
Oh. Because he smoked weed and there was a picture of him with a bong.
That's a disadvantage. That's what frustrates me when people get suspended for.
For
It's-
marijuana? Get the
Yeah.
hell out of here. For
Like even
Mary
for basketball,
Jane?
like if this guy's scoring 30 points while high, then
Yeah.
you should be the one suspended.
All right, guys, I gotta run. I gotta walk the dog.
Hey,
Oh,
when
last
are-
thing. What do you gotta say?
no, I was just gonna ask Enzo when he's leaving the hotel. Is tomorrow your last day?
Oh, no, I have it booked for the whole week.
Oh, so you're gonna go watch it and then
I made a
Okay.
good choice, but a bad choice for the hotel. So I've been staying at okay hotels, and I've got better and better. This hotel is in Anaheim. I can see fucking Disneyland. So I thought this, and it's a really nice hotel. You know what happened last night?
you went to Disneyland.
No, I didn't go to Disneyland.
Fireworks.
No, motherfuckers. From 8 to 9, all I could hear was boom, 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 boom,
This is an
boom.
hour. 8 to
Oh
9.
my god, I had to be up
You're
at
trying to
4.
sleep. Oh yeah, true.
So mad.
All right, I gotta run, guys.
Fuck their happiness.
Later,
Okay.
guys.
Hate
Peace.
Disneyland.
Me too.